I was so happy to hear that you and Kevin Nash were doing a podcast together because you guys are my favorite interview combination of all time. Like, to me, the teabagging Jim Cornette line was probably my favorite line in the history of wrestling interviews. Like, you had to know immediately, like, you all had something very special there when you're doing those.
It was people like you, Sean. It was fans that, I mean, I always enjoyed the shows. Kevin obviously enjoyed the shows. He was willing to do them for next to nothing, but, which he doesn't do.
Yes, I know.
People would talk, and we would consistently see over the years, while kayfabe commentaries was still very active, not just the legacy stuff we're airing now, of course, on YouTube, which we'll talk about.
Sure.
But people would request it and enjoy it. Then even after that, it continued. The words that were thrown around were chemistry and all this stuff, the impossible things to prove. They just wanted to hear me and Kevin talk. Well, he was talking. I was mostly asking questions. So we that started, and then about, it was 2018, I guess, when he said, well, let's do a podcast. And there weren't as many wrestling podcasts in 2018. It's like, the baby boomers, the podcast boom happens, and there's a proliferation of little bastards running around called podcasts. And, some should live, some should meet another fate, maybe. But there are a lot, and there's a lot of competition now for people's attention. So in 2018, there was less so. But Kevin is still very busy. I mean, he's retired from the ring, but he's often obligated to other wrestling promotions for other things.
Oh, I saw the cannabis commercial too. Yeah.
Then there's stuff like that.
Pretty wild.
Yeah. His travel schedule is pretty crazy too. So after a few false starts, we talk about it. I'd get random texts at 2 a.m, like, me, you, podcast, call me tomorrow. And, we'd call and we'd talk, and it would it would never gain traction. So finally this year, he said, it's now or never. There's just too many out there. We're going to have to do this. So I said, if we're going to do it, it's going to have to be a commitment. We're going to have to do it the right way. It's going to have to be a real deal for people. It's going to have to be a reliable thing for folks. And that was it. And we were off to the races, and we went 100 miles an hour, and now Kliq This is a thing.